This is Lisa Cannon, and I'm going to tell you about the 5 books I chose and how I catalog them. So I'm going to click on the Catalog tab, and I put my 5 books in a list, so I'm going to click on Resource Lists. There's my list, and here are my 5 books. Marvelous Maddie, How Margaret E. Knight Became an Inventor. Rosa, which is about Rosa Parks. Molly by Golly, The Legend of Molly Williams, America's First Female Firefighter. She Loved Baseball, The Effa Manley Story. And The Tree Lady, The True Story of How One Tree-Loving Woman Changed a City Forever. Now, all 5 of these books are picture books, and they are also all biographies about women in America. Rosa Parks is familiar to all of us, but the other 5 were new to me, and I actually learned some history as I was going through this project. So first, I'm going to click on Marvelous Maddie. Here is the title detail page with the information from the MARC record, but I'm going to go ahead and go to the MARC record. And I'll go through each thing I entered. I used the Easy Editor for a lot of this information at the very beginning, and then when I got to the notes, I used the MARC view. So right here we have the Library of Congress number, the ISBN number, and this one is in Dewey Class 609.2 for inventors. The author is Emily Arnold McCulley, and the title of the book is Marvelous Maddie. The subtitle is How Margaret E. Knight Became an Inventor. First edition, and it was published in New York by Farrar, Straus, Giroux, and it was published in 2006. The book is 32 pages and 29 centimeters. I did add a 504 because the book includes bibliographical data. And then here, for the review notes, I have listed Book List, Hornbook Starred, Kirkus Reviews, New York Times, and Publishers Weekly Starred, and then the dates that those reviews were published. And here's my summary note. This was about Margaret E. Knight's childhood and her interest in mechanical inventions, and she invented a paper bag maker and then had to battle in court for the patent. And the target audience is K through 3, but the reading level is a little higher. For the books I chose, actually you could read them for different purposes to any elementary student. The upper grades could use this as a starting point for further biographical study. But anyway, the target audience is K3, and that was from Tidal Wave. And here are the study program notes. I have Accelerated Reader and Reading Counts and the levels and the quizzes. And then I did add, because my books were biographies, I added a subject name, and that's Margaret E. Knight, and then her dates, and then for topical I put inventors, and this information was actually from the book itself. And then for genre form, it's a biography, and it's a biography about women. And then this local information came through what I entered in Easy Editor, and I noted that it was a picture book. So we're going to go back up to my list and go to the next book. Okay, the next book is Rosa by Nikki Giovanni, and it's illustrated by Brian Collier. So here is my Library of Congress number, and there's the ISBN number, and the Dewey Class is 323.092, which is for civil rights leaders. And Nikki Giovanni's the author, and it's Rosa. And then here it's first edition. It was published in New York by Henry Holt in 2005. It's 34 pages, 29 centimeters, and here are my reviews available, book links, book list, Kirkus, Library Media Connection, Publishers Weekly. And the summary note said an illustrated account of Rosa Parks' refusal to give up her seat on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama in 1955, and then the subsequent bus boycott. And this is the target audience is grades 3 through 6, and here are the accelerated reader and reading counts notes. And then I added a 586 category for awards, and it got a Caldecott Honor in 2006, a Coretta Scott King Illustrator Award in 2006, the Parents' Choice Gold Award in 2005. And because it was a biography, I added a 600 field, and it's about Rosa Parks, and the topical subjects were African American women, African Americans, and civil rights workers. And the genres biography, history, and women's biography. And I did add a 700 for a added entry name, and that is the name of the illustrator Brian Collier. So we'll go back up to the top and go to the next book. This is Molly by Golly, The Legend of Molly Williams, America's First Firefighter. And here's the Library of Congress number. And this is the ISBN. The Dewey class is 363.37, which is for firefighters. And the author's name is Diane Ochiltree, and the title is Molly by Golly, and the subtitle is The Legend of Molly Williams, America's First Firefighter. It's first edition. It was published in Homestead, Pennsylvania by Calkins Creek in 2012. It's 32 pages, 26 by 27 centimeters. And then I did add a 504 because it includes bibliographical references. My review notes include Book List, Kirkus Reviews, Library Media Connection, Publishers Weekly, and School Library Journal. A tale of Molly Williams, the first known female firefighter, about how she battled a fire, along with the New York City's Fire Department, company number 11. And for all of this information, I used the Easy Editor, and then I went to the Mark Editor for the rest. There's the target audience note. Grades 3 through 6, but like I said earlier, really all of these picture books could be read to any elementary level. I would not hesitate to read this to pre-K as far as attention span goes, but like I said also, if you are wanting to really study a lot of different biographies, these picture books would be a great starting off point for 3rd through 6th graders. Here are the study program notes. Got accelerated reader and reading counts, and then I added the personal name Molly Williams, and African Americans, and firefighters, cooks, and women. For genre, I have biography, history, careers, and women biographies, and then I added entry personal name Kathleen Kimley, who is the illustrator, and then of course that local information at the and I noted it was a picture book, and that was from the Easy Editor. So I'm going to go to my next book. Which is She Loved Baseball. She Loved Baseball, the F.M. Manley story. And here's the Library of Congress number. Here's the ISBN. The Dewey class number is 796.357, which is baseball. And here's the author's name and the title with the subtitle. And it's first edition, published in New York by Collins in 2010. It was 32 pages. 29 centimeters, and here are my review notes, which I used the Mark entry to do. Book List, Hornbook, Kirkus, Publishers Weekly, and School Library Journal. And the summary note is an illustrated biography of baseball fanatic F.M. Manley. Describes her childhood, her career as a business manager, and how she came to be a owner of a New Jersey baseball team, the Newark Eagles, and then finally her induction to the Baseball Hall of Fame. The target audience is K through 3. Again, I feel like you could use this for K through 6 as well. Accelerated reader and reading counts information. And then I added a personal name, 600, F. Manley, and baseball team owners for a subject, African American women for a subject, African American business enterprises for a subject. And for subject genre form, I have biography, sports, and a women biography. An added entry, personal name for Dawn Tate, and then in the local info from the Easy Edit, it does mention it's a picture book. So let's go to the next book on the list, which is The Tree Lady. The Tree Lady, the true story of how one tree-loving woman changed a city forever. And the Library of Congress number, the ISBN number, the Dewey class number, and I added, let's see, here's the author, Joseph Hopkins, and the titles, The Tree Lady, The True Story of How One Tree-Loving Woman Changed a City Forever, and the Dewey class number was 635 for horticulture. And it was published in New York. It's first edition by Beach Lane Books in 2013. It's 32 pages, 24 by 29 centimeters, and my review notes say Book List, starred Hornbook, Library Media Connection, Publishers Weekly, and School Library Journal starred. And it's an illustrated look at the life of Kate Sessions, who planted a nursery in San Diego, California after making a deal with the city. And the target audience is K through 3, and here are my accelerated reading counts, and then the subject of the book was Kate Olivia Sessions, and there's her life dates, and then it's also for topic, horticulturist, trees, and for genre form is women. And then local info mentions that it is a picture book. Go back to my list, and I just wanted to say that sometimes in projects that I've run across books that I learn about the life of someone I didn't previously know about, and I think that using biographies, I know I included Rosa Parks, but biographies of people that children have not previously heard about can sometimes even be more inspirational than the more famous people. And for this, I specifically chose women biographies because you really don't see as many of those. And those are my books. Thank you.